Hi, welcome, and thank you so much for your initial inquiry about joining us in Team Impact. My name is Karen Wilding. I'm the director and founder here at EYMaths 3 to 7, and I'm here to guide you through some of the options available to you and answer some of the most common questions.
What is the aim of Team Impact?
The main aim behind Team Impact, it allows you affordably to train your entire staff, have everybody singing from the same hymn sheet, and create consistency across your whole setting or school.
Who is Team Impact aimed at?
This training is about investing in your teachers, investing in the educators in your school. So it is not about the age group we teach, it is about what the practitioner knows, and particularly with subject knowledge. You don't need different subject knowledge to teach younger children. When we look at geometry, when we look at number sense, the subject knowledge we need is the same regardless of the age group we teach. We're talking right through the whole of primary and secondary and into further education. So we need to look at what's appropriate for young children and the way young children's brains process things. But this training needs to be seen as the most consistent way to support provision throughout your school. There's no point in investing in the teachers of your younger children and radically changing the way that maths is taught, which is what my support will give you, and radically changing the impact and the outcome you're seeing, and then that's stopping because the next teacher in a child's journey doesn't have those tools in their toolbox. It just doesn't make sense, and we need to stop thinking about practitioners teaching younger children as a different stage of mathematics. It's all the same journey, and what happens when children are at the youngest part of school or their provision is we're building the widest, strongest foundations. Everything that goes beyond that is sharpening those tools. They meet every single concept they will ever need, including things like algebra and fractions, when they are very young. And we will only understand that if we have the subject knowledge to inform us and make sure our own understanding is as good as it needs to be.
We have a math scheme in place. Will Team Impact still work for us?
So Team Impact has benefited schools all over the world in the most incredible ways. So the best thing I can do is hand you over to some of the people who have worked with us and hear their story.
Hi, my name's Claire. I got lots and lots of fantastic information, not only how to teach maths, but how to really teach my whole curriculum.
Learning about subitizing for the first time was massive. I always wondered how children got to understand the numberness of number, and suddenly it all made sense. The quality of our subject knowledge has improved dramatically. It continues to drive my team to learn and to learn more. Teaching maths and incorporating all we have learned has become second nature in our practice.
Is realising that the way I've been taught to teach maths is inherently wrong, and it's just so simple to fix. My confidence has gone through the roof, and I wish I'd known this years ago, and I'm so glad I know it now. The impact it's having on our setting is amazing.
How does it work, and what will we receive for our investment?
So Team Impact could not be easier for you to use. It is accessed through a library. You will and your colleagues will log in through the EYMaths website. We will give you the opportunity just to set up. It's simply an email and a password, and every single member that you invest in will have their own access to the library. That means you can train together whenever you wish, and you can have me on the screen like this as if I'm with you. You can pause it, you can rewind it, you can revisit it, and staff can also revisit and watch modules together. And then we also have a very special Team Impact space for you to go into, which will guide you step by step through the process and make sure you never feel lost and you don't miss anything. Number sense course. This is something that whichever level of Team Impact you decide is best for you, it is central to that offer, that access that you will get. So the TENS course, for short, Teaching Essential Number Sense, is what all of the people who ever work with us tell us has changed their practice the most. And it has the power to radically alter the performance of your children, the enthusiasm of your children, and the passion with which your teachers teach right through your whole school.
What is the difference between the bronze, silver, and gold access?
So I want to make sure you can access things in the way that will best suit you. So we have bronze, silver, and gold. Each of those levels of access have the TENS course, that Teaching Essential Number Sense course, at its center. And you will find the initial parts of your library are all the same. Then the difference between silver and bronze is you get access to a much more extensive library. So you then have what we call the vault, with areas that will cover every aspect of maths and more that you can then dip into. So you've got your step-by-step and then this huge vault. You will also, as the leader, be invited to join what's called my Impact community and my Impact membership, where you will get live training opportunities with me monthly, the opportunity to come and have a cuppa with me weekly, virtually. And I'm always available to answer questions. The difference between gold and silver is it's the same content as silver, but you get 2 bespoke live sessions included with me. And they generally are an hour to an hour and a half. And I can respond directly to questions you've got. I can model teaching. And I can also help with that external motivation of making sure everybody is on the same page and moving. Some schools and settings use one of those sessions as a launch session, and some use it and plan it throughout the year. And you can always buy additional sessions as well as bolt-on, so that, again, just to keep that motivation if you wish, and I can come and lead sessions on training days and whatever is going to help you maximize this opportunity.
We have a math scheme in place. Will Team Impact still work for us?
So if you choose to have a scheme in your school, the only way it's going to work successfully is if your teachers and all your support staff have really good knowledge of how to teach that maths. And that comes from 2 different sets of skills. First of all, your own maths subject knowledge. It has to be strong and accurate. We have to always check that before we start teaching, and that is not commonplace and never has been, amazingly. And then we also have the pedagogical side, which is how do children learn most effectively. So a scheme, if you think of it, is more like a recipe book, but Team Impact and all the support you receive from myself and the community that you become part of, that's like the cooking course. So a great cook can use a recipe book effectively. One of the mantras that we have, and I feel very passionately about, is we should always aim to be using a scheme and not following a scheme. That means that as the professional, the teacher knows what it is they are aiming for with the children, knows how to make those connections, knows how to bring that maths to life and see its application across the curriculum in every part of a child's life. A scheme won't achieve that on its own. A scheme can, if we let it, be a series of PowerPoints, be a series of activities, and be delivered. And the focus then becomes on covering maths and children doing maths, as opposed to children feeling and thinking and communicating like mathematicians.
What is the time investment?
So the time investment is a really important question. You will get 12 months access, and if you decide to stay with us, we also offer you a discount on your next year's subscription.
What is the financial investment?
We will send you details of the financial investment, but the most important thing to know is what you are getting access to. Because you're joining as a team, saves you up to 80% of the cost if you did it as an individual. So one example is that just 4 months access to the TENS course is £199 for anyone not in Team Impact, and you will have that for each member of your team, not for 4 months, but for 3 times longer, for a whole year. So on its own, that is going to be worth far more than the amount you're going to be investing per person. And the great news is we actively encourage you to join together with others. So if you're a childminder, you could join together with other childminders. If you're a school, join together with another local school. If you're a school within a multi-academy trust or an organisation, you can buy places for your staff as one, and then you don't need to run the training together. You can go off and run it in your own way, but you maximise the opportunities and all the benefits of the more people you invest in, the cheaper per person it is. So I hope that has given you an overview of what we do. What I offer you Team Impact is completely unique. It is unlike anything else that I have seen out there, and the impact on practitioners' passion, practitioners' knowledge, and therefore the way they then teach mathematics, the way they listen to their children, the confidence they have to make connections across the curriculum, the confidence they have to back off and make sure that they are not overly teaching their children without listening to what the children are saying and accurately assessing where the children are at. So any more information that we can give you at this stage, let us know. And we really look forward to welcoming you. It is going to change you and your school or your setting forever.